pretty close. I mean, if we had tiers, top tier would probably be Yoshi Bro.
I find it crazy because a
Second.
Yoshi Bro plays for Realms, still somehow sponsored by RG.
That's how good he is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, so tier list, you know, Yoshi Bro on top, probably like SkaterJayy,
changing up his tag. It's no longer a SK8RJ.
Now just SJ.
Now it's just SJ.
I like it. It's simple.
Oh, Mega
Do you
Man.
want to jump on and commentate? Okay.
Mega
Not
Man.
everybody
This is-
wants, but going Mega Man?
This is like two of my old mains facing off against each other, so I'll just be able to call them out on any mistakes.
Why'd you give
they
up on
make.
Cloud? Why'd you give up on Cloud? Cloud's great.
Bayonetta.
No, you like? I don't know. I'm not a big Bayonetta fan.
It's like
I
a.
was pretty upset when she was announced. I wouldn't say
Really?
upset, but
Who'd you vote for on the ballot?
Banjo,
I voted for a Wonder Red from
Wonder Red.
other
Actually,
Platinum Games.
that's a good pick. I never thought of that. Yeah.
You played Wonderful 101, haven't you?
Well, I've
heard of it.
Played it. I haven't like played it in depth, but I know who you're talking about. But yeah, that's a good pick. I never thought of that.
Like, I just thought like him because like Bayonetta's more popular, but
He's cooler.
Wonder Red's more likely.
Yeah.
But then Bayonetta got it, and I was like,
I'll take it.
I'll take it. It's a Platinum Games representative. That was all I wanted from the ballot.
So, Mega Man vs. Cloud. Cloud's the better character, but I can't say I like the matchup just because I think Mega Man can pretty
Mega
easily
Man's like
camp
a really
camp
good
a match.
spacing character
Yeah.
from experience.
So it's pretty tricky for Cloud.
And he's got a really good recovery compared to a lot of other characters.
It's pretty underrated because you can use that double jump, then the up B to go low, or up B first and then save the double jump. So you can mix it up a little bit.
Mega Man's just one of my favorite characters in this entire game.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not considered better than he is. I mean, he's considered a firm mid tier, I think.
I think he's low tier.
Is he? There's no way Mega
I
Man
think
is
it's
low
just
tier.
because of like how much like ending lag some of his like smashes have.
Yeah, I think one problem with him, he's pretty awkward to play.
I think
He plays very distinctly.
one of his major problems is his one of his best assets is a jab combo. It's just like one of the best spacing tools because it's a neutral air, it's a jab combo, it's a
forward
F
tilt.
tilt.
Yeah,
You can do it while walking.
very versatile. So it makes sense to me that SkaterJayy picks him up now because he's very good at the tech skills, and Mega Man has plenty of them, like supply toss, a lot of the different things that go up onto that, and he's very good at that. So if you've seen his link,
Fly tossing did get patched out.
I'm pretty sure it still exists.
Probably does.
But his link, if you've ever seen his link, it's fantastic because he knows all the little tricks. So this makes sense. to me.
SkaterJayy? Or-
SkaterJayy, yeah.
I know he has a pretty good link.
Yeah, I've had to play him a few times in tournament against that link.
I think the one time I played against SkaterJayy in tournament, it was back when he played a Dark Pit. So, you know, I just had to face him in that.
Got
video.
it. Dark Pit. Why'd you drop Dark Pit? Oh, for
What?
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta, I don't know.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to bring Dark Pit back, but... it's not
Bayonetta's
working.
too strong. The pull
He is, though.
of Bayonetta's just too much to handle. But, yeah, so SkaterJayy, this is pretty even, actually.
All right,
I have to say it's an
think,
awkward matchup for Cloud, as I've said. But how do you pronounce his name? Shabba?
Shabba.
Yeah, he's very good Cloud. I've played him a lot in friendlies, and we always go really close.
I've played him a lot in tournament, and I've always usually
There's Shuriken.
two-stocked him with Bayonetta, but...
That was a pretty fantastic lead on the
was-
Shuriken.
Sure, you can. I think that's one of Mega Man's most underrated moves because it's just like...
It kills very
No,
early.
just what I like to do. I just like to walk up to people, and if they roll away, I'll just F smash them first, reverse F smash them.
So, walk up, and then if they roll, F
Yeah.
smash.
Just walk up, reverse F smash, and they'll probably end up rolling into it.
So Mega Man, so SkaterJayy. So it's 1-0.
SkaterJayy.
So, against Mega Man, I like the pick of Town and City just because it gives you those moving platforms to kind of get around. So he can't camp as well. So he can kind of get around his projectiles and all that stuff.
Too bad for SkaterJayy, he's using one of Mega Man's ugliest skins.
Yeah, I don't like the yellow skin, I'll be honest.
just the brown and the yellow. Like, Metal Blade's a cool weapon in the game. That's all it's really useful in, though.
Is that the Metal Blade costume?
Yeah, it's a...
Okay.
He has costumes for all of his weapons. The red and white is the Rush Coil.
Oh, okay.
Green and white is Leaf Shield. Blue and white is a Ice Slasher. Costumes he's using is a Metal Blade. Let me think of his other costumes. The red and yellow one, that's for a Flame Blast.
The forward air
thing? The F Smash. I mean, the down smash.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
His green costume is for his back air, the Slash Claw, and his last costume, the black and yellow, is a weapon he doesn't have, the Thunder Beam.
Props for character knowledge. There's another shuriken. My problem with that attack is the hitbox is so small. It's frustrating.
Oh, my tossing still does exist.
Yeah.
I really didn't know this.
So, I think the reason glide tossing hasn't gotten bigger because really the big advantage of it is when people don't know what you're doing.
It's also just
it's a good spacing tool when they don't know.
With a Metal Blade, it's also really random. Like,
yeah,
you don't know if it's gonna stop after like 1 throw, or if it's gonna stop after like 10.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a good little trick. I don't know which makes anybody more viable. So one thing I have to say about Shabba is I think he's blowing a lot of his limits. He needs to be more cautious on how he uses it.
I think he needs to use it on like a lot more recoveries, knowing he's playing a character like this.
Yeah, he needs to keep it in the back pocket, I would say. Because a lot of people, you know, the second they get the limit, they use it immediately. And then you kind of lose the mix-up factor.
Here's what I say about a lot of Cloud's moves. Don't use it unless you know you're going to hit with it.
Because the ending lag, and you're kind of punished if you use your limit.
It's one of the reasons like why I never use a finishing touch or a limit cross slash, because I just always know that I'm going to miss.
That was a really good... See, he just runs up, uses it. I mean, it's a panic. No, probably in the neutral B would have been better, but...
And he tried to counter.
Charges the forward. The forward smash and loses for it.
At this moment, Shabba knew that Cloud didn't have a counter.
But good show for him. It's a hard matchup, so...